All right, awesome class. Today we're going to finish our thumbnail. It's going to be looking kind of like this. I'm going to show you how to do it in some really quick, easy steps. So I'm going to go ahead and just exit this area here. All right, and we'll go ahead and stop. And I'm not going to save this because we're going to start it all from scratch. So I'm going to close my Photoshop. Okay, I'll wait for it to close. And this is, again, we're going to start from the beginning. Some of you already finished this, but I'm going to go ahead and tutorial. We're going to start with our launch pad down here. We're going to click P. And we're going to go to this photo booth, right? This is where we're going to start with a picture. So I've taken a bunch of pictures before, but you're going to take one again. So we're going to hit this little snapshot. It'll count down. And then now there's a picture. Kind of goofy, but anyway. But I've already picked one. And if you want to mess with the effects, you can go use it here. Click this little button down here where it says effects. And of course, you can pick anything you like. Click effects again. It'll take you out. And then you can just use one you want. I like this one because it works. So all you have to do is come down here, grab it. And if you don't see this window open, and I'll close it, all you have to do is come down, come into the little smiley face, click the little smiley face, and then it'll bring up this dialog box. And then go ahead and you are going to click on your digital media. And then you should have a thumbnail project, or you have a project, just an empty folder. And then what we'll do is you just grab it and then drag it in. It's going to say this for me because I already have dragged this picture in. So I'm just going to go ahead and break down and click replace. So it's going to replace the one I have there. We are done with Photo Booth. So we'll come back up here, click Photo Booth, and then click Photo Booth. Nice. All right, so now that we've done that, I want to go ahead and I'm going to open Photoshop. To find it, we just come down here. If yours is not in your dock, we're going to come and click the launch pad again. And we're going to search for Photoshop by PH. And here it is, Adobe Photoshop. We'll click that to open it. All right, and as we wait for it to open, we have to understand that it's a big program and it takes time to load. And we're going to get an open dialog box. Yours may look a little different than mine, but it should still have the same options. So if we come over here where it says new file, we're going to go ahead and click that once. And it'll bring up another dialog box. And up here, there's all of these different presets. And we're going to look for the one that's called web. We'll click that. And then here, we'll just go ahead and where it says untitled, we'll just call it YouTube thumbnail. And that's all it is we'll look for the web most common. Again, if it looks different, you have any of these other type of looks, we're just going to click web and then web most common, YouTube thumbnail, and then we'll go ahead and hit create down here. You hit that create button and now you see your artboard. Now the easiest thing to do here is we're going to come up here and going to go to file, and then we're going to say where it says place embedded. We're going to click that, and it's going to bring up a dialog box. It's going to give you this dialog box. Where do you want me to place? Where do you want me to look? And you're going to say, I'm going to want you to look in my computer. You click that little button. It'll bring up this dialog box here. So now you go down and back to digital media, back where you placed your thumbnail, that picture, and you click, and then you basically go ahead and bring that in. Hit place right down here, and it'll put it right in. Easy. So now we're going to go ahead and stretch it. Grab a corner and then stretch it to where it fits. Now it's going to cut some off. It's going to cut my head off. And if you want more head or hair, you can go up. Or if you want more chin, you can go down. But I'm going to go ahead and place it right about right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit this check mark. And then down here is your layer panel. So I'm going to double click this area right here because it just says photo, the file name. And that really doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just going to call it main photo. And hit return. And there's main photo. Now there's something I want to do to the main photo. So to do something, I need to click it to highlight it. It's highlighted. Then I'm going to come back right over here and I'm going to click the eraser tool. It looks like that. Okay, the eraser tool. If you hover over the tools on this side, you're going to see one that says eraser tool. And it says, and it's a background eraser tool, but that's not the one we want. So you're going to click and hold, and it's going to bring up the sub menu, and we're just going to go with the straight eraser tool, right? Now, here's a special note. You're going to see like a little circle with a 0. If this is not selected, see, it's not selected, and you try to use a tool, you're going to click on it, and it's going to say, could not use the eraser tool because no layers are selected, and hit OK. We need to select it. Click on it. So we're telling Photoshop, I want to erase things on this layer, and now it'll work. So now you're going to click on, but it's going to give you another dialog. Click on it, and it says the smart object must be rasterized before processing. It means it has to convert it so that Photoshop can work on it. Just hit OK, and now you can erase. You want to erase the background, right? And I can kind of still see through it. So I'm going to click Command Z, Command Z. If you mess up, Command Z goes back a step. See where it says opacity? Mine is at 62%. I want that at 100%. Yours might be at 100%. But now look, it completely erases the background. But it'll take me forever to just erase everything here. I want the eraser to be bigger. So we'll come up here. There's two ways to do it. Where it says, but up here where it says 36, you can see the size right here. That's the size of the brush. I'm going to pump this up to, let's go to like 175. Now look how big it is. See, so it's now I can do my work a lot faster because I can get rid of all this stuff. But be careful, don't get too close. Although you can do some quick work here, right? And again, if you mess up, you can always go back, and you can click and drag to use the eraser. Click and then drag it, or you can just click it once, and it's kind of like punching holes. You can just click around. See, I clicked and dragged on that side. Here, I'm just like punching holes. Oh, I went over my shoulder. What was I thinking? Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Don't be afraid. You can always go back. All right? I'm going to punch hole here and here to get close as possible. But now my brush is too big to get into the fine details. So now I want it a little bit smaller, or a lot smaller. So I'm going to go all the way down to 50. All 51 is close. See, now I can get details. But this picture is too small. It's too small to work. So down here on the bottom right-hand or left-hand corner, there's 100%. If you double-click that number here, down here, and then you type in, let's go to that 250, it's super, super blown up. Yeah, kind of funny, but it allows you to get really close to your subject and erase around it. Is there a better way to do this? Yes, and I'm going to teach you that later. But for right now, I want to do this quickly. So this is probably the easiest way. And remember, right now I'm holding down the click, the left click, right, the left side of the little click, so I can go around and get to the details, right, and get around. And the hair is going to be hard, but there's a better way to do this. Okay, I just want to get the main parts. Now I'm going to do hole punches when I get really close, because that's what I like to do. Okay. Anyway, you can see how I'm moving here. So now I'm pretty close to the edge. Now I want to go in a little further. So I'm going to shrink my brush again, probably down to, let's go to 25 or close to 25. And then now I want to move my opacity down to, like, let's go with 70, 71. Now I can go to the edges, and I may or may not get the hair. This looks a little wonky. So I'll just go around the edges. I might be touching my hair. I might not. Right? And then, so I'm clicking and holding this time. And if you notice, it's not necessarily erasing it completely. There's still a little bit of see-through. That's okay for this project. Okay. I just want to smooth the edges around. This is our first project, guys. I just want to make sure that everybody has a little fun. So I'm not going to be really, really strict on this. I just want to make sure that we have, enough information to play with. And there it is. This is probably as close as I want to get for this project. So we're good. So we click the move tool. But now I'm super zoomed in, right? I want to get back to, instead of going back down and hitting 250, I'm going to come up here to where it says view. And then I want to fit artboard onto screen. It's this one right here. So again, go up to view, fit artboard onto screen, and it pulls it back, right? But maybe that's even still too far. So then we'll go back down here and we'll type in 150. I think that's going to be okay. Again, that's down here is where you affix the zoom. Great. We don't want to do anything else to this photo layer. So over here on the right-hand side, we're going to click main photo again, and there's a little lock right above here. Click the lock, and now you see that the lock appeared. That means that it's locked the photo. You can't mess with it anymore. So even if I want to mess with it, I want to move it, it won't let me affect it. If I grab the eraser, I try to erase it, it tells me you can't do anything because it's locked. Keep that in mind. I want to make sure we do that. So now I want to basically make the background. And we're going to do this with, I want to add a color. We're going to do this with the shape tool. So we're going to make a shape. We're going to click the shape tool right here, and it's going to be a rectangle tool. If you hold it down, it gives you more shapes. Ellipse, which is like a circle, triangle, polygon, line tool, and a custom shape. But we just need the rectangle for right now. We're going to click and drag diagonally all the way across. Boom. And that's going to give us our rectangle. Boom. Oh, it just covered our whole face. Your face is still there. But you see, look down here in the artboard. It's layers on top of layers. So the photo layer is here, and the rectangle is on top. What we want to do is you want to put it to the bottom so that the photo sits on top. And down here in the layers panel, we'll grab the rectangle and we're going to move it right underneath. And as soon as you move it underneath, look who's there, right? Oh, there's still a big chunk of things I need to erase. I messed up. Let me go back to my background eraser tool. I have to unlock my main photo. Hit cancel. I'm going to lock the rectangle so I don't mess up my rectangle. I'll lock that. So now I can start erasing my main. I right click there so I can make it smaller. And I got to make sure that I put my opacity. Am I in the background eraser tool? I'm the wrong one. There we go. I'll use that one. I might move my opacity to 100. And fix that right up. That was my mistake. Sorry, guys. So now I'm back here on my move tool. Come back down here, lock my photo, and unlock my rectangle because I don't want a solid yellow like that, even though it's a good thumbnail color. What I want is a gradient. So I'm going to come down here, click on my rectangle. It says appearance. It gives me some different colors. You'll click on the appearance, and then right down here, right underneath, there's 4 blocks. No fill, different colored fills, and then here's a really great one. It's gradient. Click on that. Boom. That looks cool. Super interesting. Gives me a depth, right? And I can mess with that. But I actually want like a circle around, a circle gradient. So down here where it says linear, I want to switch it to radial. And now look at it. And I want to make that black area darker. So see, these are the sliders. Grab the bottom slider and move it across. And so now it's big. Grab the top slider, move it out because this is diffusion, right? And you click it right here. Grab this middle dot, move it out, and you're going to start seeing it grow. Perfect. Or maybe out more to where you want it. And I want the main picture to be yellow. So this white box, I'm going to click it, double click it, and I'm going to choose yellow. Right, perfect. And I'm going to hit OK. And instead of black in the background, I'm going to want that to be an orange. Right? And you can pick whatever color you want. Actually, I want a darker orange. There you go. I don't know if that really works pretty good. Let's flip that color. Let me do orange right here for this one. Okay, and then for the inner circle, I'm going to click that on the end. Double click that. I'll make this. Let me make this like a pink. No, let me do that. Let me do a yellow. I'm not good with colors sometimes. It's more like a green. I hit OK. There. That looks good. All right. So now we're done with this. So use your move tool. Click anywhere. Let's lock the rectangle. So we can't mess with it anymore. That looks pretty good. One last step before we actually save it and turn it in. We're going to hit the text tool. We'll click here. And then I'll type in Mr. Juarez Wacky Class. Okay. And that's the text tool. So basically we'll go ahead and we'll, oops, undo because I messed that up. Or hit enter, then undo. Then I'll go ahead and select it all. Double click all of that and come back up here. And I'm going to want it probably 150 points big. Grab the move tool. Let's see if it works. See if it's behind me. We'll probably have to fix that right now. Mr. Juarez Wacky Class. I almost got it right. So double click that again. Click. And then I'm going to turn it to, let's do 140. There. Now it fit. Grab your tool. And if you double click on the font, all of the font bar here, fonts, bold. Here's, if I wanted to change the font, I could change it here. You know, the colors, I can change it here. And I actually like it blue. So it sticks out. So there it is, Mr. Juarez Wacky Class. That's all you have to do is just go ahead and create your own title. This is our thumbnail for YouTube. We're done. So what you need to do is you need to save it, file. Then you're going to basically go save as. And it's going to give you this dialog again. You're going to want to save it on your computer. And then on your computer, let's go ahead. You're going to save it. You're going to go to digital media. Let me see if I can open this up so you can actually see it better. Right, digital media up here, and then thumbnail project, and it's should already be named YouTube thumbnail. If it's not, name it YouTube thumbnail PSD, and you just hit save. That saves the file. Does not save what you're going to turn in. Turn in, you need a picture. It's the one you can use on your phone too, so you can email it to yourself. So come up here, and we'll do the airdrop tomorrow. Come up here. You're in Photoshop. Okay, double check here. I'm sorry. It's going to give you a dialog box. Maximum compatibility. You hit OK. Right? So you've saved your project. File. This is what you're going to turn in. File. This is different. Then you're going to hit export right here. Quick export PNG. It's going to open up a dialog again. If you see this, click the little V here, and it'll open it all up for you. You can go to digital media right there. Thumbnail project. Save it there. Instead of Artboard 1, just do YouTube thumbnail. PNG. All right. And what you'll do there is now you'll just hit save. That's what you'll turn in to Canvas. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and we're going to have some more. We're going to explore it. We're going to be able to do a lot of things in this class. And this is just to get you started. I want you to have some success. Guys, this is Mr. Juarez. That's it. Over and out. Bye.